Hello everybody, it is Motivational Monday here at a Sprinkle of Risk. I'm just going to get right into it. Today I want to talk to you about the art of slowing down. How much of a blessing it can be for you to just be still. I feel like I didn't get the full effect of that. Let me turn my AC off. Because one thing we need to do is get used to and normalize silence. It's so important to just be still sometimes and to just listen to the messages that you're getting from yourself, from the God, from ancestors if you believe that they do communicate with you, from your past, from your future. It's important to just not be constricted by the ideas of time and what we have made it as a human race. You know, when I learned about when the clock first came, when the watch first came and people first invented that, or whoever did, think about how different the world was before that was invented. You know, everybody operated with the sun. The sun comes up, we go to work. You know, we make breakfast, we take care of the animals, we do what we need to do to get through the hustle and bustle of the day. You know, we make our living. And when the sun goes down, we rest. You know, and because this is years on down the line, everything is almost available 24/7. Some people, I honestly believe, don't even sleep until a few days have passed. We don't know how to be still. We don't know how to allow our thoughts to just flow. You know, if you do, that's great. But like, start really paying attention to the people around you, because everybody is in such a frenzy. Like, how do you really have time for yourself to just relax? And when you are relaxing, are you really relaxing? Is your mind still going? You know, a lot of times for me, when I went through a slowdown period, I was the most peaceful that I've ever been. And it's like, you know, it might be a given. You're slowing down, you don't have much going on. I bet it is peaceful, but some people can't even do that. Some people cannot sit alone with themselves and their thoughts. They can't handle it. So that's the moment to say, if you do need help to go see a therapist, please make that happen for yourself. It's important that we all have someone to talk to, because your thoughts can literally drive you crazy. And, you know, we all know people who go through those things, and people sometimes want to do self-harm because they can't even deal with all the thoughts that are going on. You know, if you ever have a problem with, you know, wanting to have the will to be alive, to keep going, to not want to hurt yourself or commit suicide or anything like that, talk to somebody. In your times alone, journal. If you don't know how to say or speak or express how you feel with your mouth, write it down. We need times to be able to slow down, even if it's days or if it's an hour of every day, which I used to do in college and it worked really well for me. You know, other countries have siestas where it's the opposite of the party and we just all slow down for an hour of the day. And we should still have that. I think we should have that over here in America, because who 24/7 is going to be moving? Who wants to move their mind that much all the time? All the time? Not as if you're learning the whole time, as if like an overthinking, always having to be of service of other people, never having time for yourself, never having time to plan about how you're getting to the next step and feeling like you're stuck. You know, you're just trapped in the hustle and trying to make things work and get things going, but you have to rest. You just have to sit down sometimes. You have to sacrifice some of those nights of going out to stay in, catch up on your rest, catch up on you, catch up with your relationship with God. Do what you need to do to be at peace. Because always having to make ends meet, always having to be there for someone else, always having to be the light for everybody else can be very tiring. It can. And you know what? If you have a lot of people depending on you, they can't even depend on you if you can't depend on yourself. You know, and these are things that we hear all the time, but we need the reminders. We need them. Just because it's Monday and the sun has come up doesn't mean you have to get out of bed. I'm not trying to stop you from doing what is on your heart from achieving your goals. All I'm saying is don't always go with what everyone is doing. Check in with yourself. Don't always want to check in with society. Don't go to that phone first when you wake up. You know what I'm saying? Journal, pray, listen to music or something, but don't go straight to the phone all the time. And if your world is on your phone, go to the laptop or turn on the radio. You can't always give everyone access to you. You just can't. And a person like me, I need a lot of recharge time from social events or my social life, because I need to make sure I'm checking in with who I am before I get around a group of people. You have to realize that people can be very influential to you, whether it's someone that you're watching, someone that you're around, that you're listening to and passing every day at work. People can be very influential to you. And when you can't control the environment, like when it's not your house because you're outside in the world, that's not always the greatest place to be. You know, sometimes you may have to put into your calendar, let me allow this 30 minutes of my day to sit down and just look out the window. Be able to think. Do all the overthinking I want to do, but you got to eventually let that go. Yeah. You see my mood today? Very calm, very peaceful. I feel very fulfilled. And I know that this is also part of who I am. I'm not going to be your bubbly wrist every day because I want to be a balanced person. There are days when I'm on a high. There are days when I do have a low. And then there's the days where I'm going with the flow. You know what I'm saying? Just letting time pass by while I do what comes to my mind, while I rest. You know, get the things out of the way that are a priority. Watering my plants, feeding my cat. I gotta eat some breakfast, make me some food, you know what I'm saying? Check in on my family. Everybody, good morning. But other than that, if I'm not doing something intentional, then I'm gonna take my moment to rest. If I'm not intentionally going into hours of doing work, I'm gonna take my moment to rest. Balance your day. Don't always be on go. Don't always be available. Just don't do it. If you got a job and your job allows you to make your own schedule, make sure you make your own schedule. I don't care if they don't. Let them know what's your available days, what's your time. Now don't be, what's the word I'm looking for? Just don't be difficult to work with now. Be realistic, okay? Be realistic. But I just think it's really important for us to realize that it's okay to slow down. And when you do that, you're going to see how well life really works for you. You're going to see that everything still gets taken care of. Somehow everything still gets done. There are people that really are on your side, on your team, that care about you, that are going to check in anyways. You know, you need something. Are you hungry? Maybe you don't feel like cooking today. Something is going to come through. When you slow down, you realize how much grace you get from God. I'm telling you. So yeah, that's just a sprinkle of wrist, you know, a little sprink. Don't look at my nails, I gotta take this paint off. But that's what I have for y'all today. I saw it again. I've been seeing it a lot, and I'm like, I understand this. But since I understand it so well, then maybe I need to share it with other people. So don't be afraid to slow down. That's important. See y'all later. Bye.